All right, next up we have, and I consulted my Norwegian advisor. I have a very dear friend who's Norwegian. Fjåk, that's how you say that word. Fjaka with a circle on top. Fjåk. So they're out of Norway. The meaning of fjåk is an adjective that describes honest and lovable. And so the idea here is that chocolate is lovable and that Fjåk is trying to do it in an honest way. I have not met these makers. They are new since I left the chocolate garage work. They're doing bean to bar in Norway, and here they're using Kokoa Kamili, which is where the Tanzanian origin is from. So we also tasted another bar that is using Kokoa Kamili, which is part of why I wanted to feature Fjåk, Spinnaker Tanzania. So I would love to invite you to compare the two. Again, looking at the bar, smelling it, noticing the differences in aroma between the two. You can read what the makers say about themselves. So here their description of their bar is a beginning of red fruits soon turns into a plum flavor with hints of coffee. Imagine a piece of freshly baked berry pie topped with rich dark chocolate. So contrast the two. And what I would love for you to pay attention to between Fjåk and Spinnaker, both doing their versions of Tanzania in a similar way that we had the Vietnamese comparisons of the origins, is notice the mouthfeel. Notice the nose when you're smelling it. What does the mouth feel like? This mouthfeel to me is very different than the Spinnaker. So notice those things because this goes to show you that it's not just about the bean. The bean is incredibly important for how the potential of a chocolate bar. But just yesterday I was in the Lonohana factory and he was doing a little tour, Seneca was doing a little tour and was saying, it's very important the material that you get, wherever you get it from, your farm or elsewhere. But then what you want to do is make sure that all the subsequent steps that you don't screw up the potential of that bean. So you need to start with a high potential bean. Kokoa Kamili is a great example. And then you need to not screw it up through all the steps, through the roast. Winnowing typically is not too hard to screw up. You just can have a very lossy winnow where you get rid of more than you need to. And then the grinding and the pre-refining, the refining, and then the conching. Sometimes that's in one machine for some makers, and other makers have been able to elaborate and have more machines. So do contrast those two and see what you think and see which one you like more. It's very personal. Okay, what's up next?